What's up, everybody? It's Stoner. Call me what you want, don't call me for front. I know it's raining, it's probably kind of loud. I'm new to this. I'm just trying to get used to making them and being on camera. I don't even edit them. I shoot them and put them up. Off work. Figured we just have a little hangout smoke thing. See how y'all like all that. I got the cowboy cannabis, live resin. I've got batter. I've got quite a bit. I got some budget stuff from what's his name, Honest Grown, that I'll be trying here soon. But I got the Puffco out. I'm not putting that type of stuff in my Puffco. And I got the crumble from Deep Woods. I guess I can get my little rig out and hit some of that crumble for y'all. But first, let's start it off with what we got from Cowboy. Garlic cane was one of my favorites. Got black cherry, Ray Charles, dirty Kush bread, peanut butter sundae. I feel like I'm missing one. Really not. Alright, let's just take a dab. I like this elephant crusher a lot. Get a little bit more in there. I really like, I haven't gotten anything from Cowboy. I have a buddy that smoked mostly only rosin, and I got him to go to Cowboy. I have a hot knife in a day or so, I just haven't got it. I ordered one that's being delivered. But Hello Mary's back. They're Simple Mary now. I tried to get one of the rosin. They had a puffin rosin disposable that I was gonna get, and they ran out of them before I could get off work and order. Waiting on the Puffco. There we go. Run it one more time. Oh, I really like this elephant crusher. I'm not good with describing taste, but it's a really good taste. It gets me high. really good, y'all. Holy shit. Oh, that's good. One of the next things I'm going to be doing, I got this sun-grown from Decoys. This is outdoor sun-grown runt. Is not complaining because it was only 40 bucks an ounce. It's just, I don't really, I got so much good shit, I don't really want to smoke this, you know what I mean? I smoke it in blunts sometimes, roll a big blunt, put some crumble in it or some hash. But I only roll a blunt or two out of it. I think I'm going to show y'all how to take something that isn't horrible, you just don't really want to smoke it, and we're going to make some good butter. I've seen a lot of people making butter and they do it in a double boiler. I've seen a lot of people not even decarbing the weed in these how-to videos. They don't even put decarb anything. They just cut up fresh bud and put it in a double boiler with butter. And I've been making butter since I was in middle school. And to me, there's no way that that double boiler is going to hold enough heat at 240 for long enough to decarb it fully. I just don't believe that. And I don't know how it works, but once it's already wet with the oil, how it decarbs, if it decarbs the same. So I'm going to show y'all how I do it. I can break it down for you real quick. You got to decarb your bud, your whatever you're using. Got to put it in the oven. I like to put it in a pie plate. I'm going to do a small batch this time. I usually cook at least a half pound or something at a time. But I'm going to do just this, and I have some scraps, and I have some of that micros from the dopest shop. And stems and leaves I've been putting to the side. We'll dump all that together. Make a batch of oil. You've got to put it all in the oven first and decarboxylate it, which is fancy for turn your oven on 240. I like to put mine in a pie plate. Whole buds, I just dump it in there, put it in, and I put a timer on 240. After 10 minutes, I take that plate and I pop it to kind of get the buds to flip over. Put it back for 10 minutes, take it out, pop it, and put it back in for the 20 minutes. And let it finish. When it comes out, it's going to be real crispy and whatnot. I take the tinfoil cover off the top of the pie plate, and all the buds are crispy. I put on a latex glove and I just squeeze it, and you'll see all that bud will just fall apart into almost dust. You just kind of squeeze it, it'll all break up. I pull out my big stems, and you can either like crush them down or just throw them away if you want to crush them down. I do it so that at the end they don't poke holes in your coffee filter. Big stems you want to break down or get rid of. And then you get your water boiling. At a good boil, you throw in your coconut oil or butter. Let it melt down. Throw your product, your whatever you've decarboxylated, into the mixture in the pot. Let it all boil together. I don't separate mine. I've been doing this a long time, and I get good strong butter. I don't use a double boiler. You dump it all in the pot. Now what you're going to want to do is use a pot just big enough to hold what you need, you know. And you're going to want to do a small amount of water as possible to still be able to fit the butter and the product in, and it still simmers. You can add a little water as you go if water cooks off the pot. That's not a problem. You want to keep it cooking. You're going to turn it down where it's a good hard simmer. Not a rolling boil, but a good hard simmer where you can see that cannabis product moving around and kind of, getting agitated with the boil. I let that run for 2 hours at least. It might go 2.5. And then you're going to get you a big cup. I like to use the big gulp cups from Circle K. Like I said, you kept your water down to a minimum so that you don't have a ton of water in your cup. And you take your, I like to use a metal strainer. If you have a fine enough mesh, you really don't need cheesecloth, but I take a metal strainer. I do one layer of cheesecloth in that metal strainer, maybe two if your cheesecloth's thin. Some comes a little thinner than others. And you pour that whole pot of water with the oil and the cannabis in it through that filter, and let it all run into that cup. And then you're gonna grab your cheesecloth, squeeze it down, I like to use latex gloves and just get every bit that you can out of that, because you're gonna squeeze a lot of oil, and you can even dip it in water and then squeeze it again. I like to do that a couple times to get all the oil out. And then take that cup that's going to be, you'll see oil floats, so there'll be a layer, depending on how much oil you use, on top of the cup. It'll look like you have a whole cup of oil, but the whole bottom's water. You stick that in the refrigerator and wait, and you just go back and check on it. You'll be able to tell when it's done. It'll look like you have a cup full of oil, and it should be a dark green, a good color if you've done it right. And you take a butter knife, you go around the edge of the cup. Like if this was my cup, you just take your butter knife and go around the edge, and then pop that puck out, and you pull out, and you'll have a whole puck like this of cannabutter. Now you're going to take that, I'm going to do all this on camera, but I'm hanging out with y'all smoking, might as well tell you what I'm thinking. You turn it over, and on the bottom, you're going to see a granulated type substance, you know what I mean? It's going to look different than the butter. Take you a credit card, and just swipe that off, and throw that away. That's just byproduct that's stuck to the bottom. And now you have a whole puck of clean, strong cannabutter. Now what I like to do from there is take some, I don't have one right here with me, but take a little glass concentrate jar and do a gram, maybe 2 grams of whatever concentrate, you know, shatter, crumble, whatever you want to put in it. I wouldn't put rosin in it because it's already cannabutter, and it's not worth it, but put you a concentrate in the oven, same thing, 240 in a glass jar for 40 minutes. Pull that out. I like to just use a oven glove. Grab that jar, and it'll all, because the jar's hot, it'll all dump right out. And you just take your oil and either put it in the microwave to melt it down, or you can put it in a double boiler, put it in a glass cup, set it in a boiling pot until the butter goes back to oil. Or like I say, you can use butter or coconut oil. Just don't use margarine. And, oh man. But, you don't get it liquid, get the oil or butter back to liquid form, heating it however you want, and then you take that hot decarboxylated concentrate and dump that in there and whip it up real good, and then pop it back in the fridge. Or what I like to do, because the way I consume it, because it's going to be so strong that you don't have to smoke. You don't have to make a whole recipe. You can use it like RSO. I keep capsules, and when I make it, I buy the big veterinary syringes, and it's a great big syringe, and while it's all liquid, I just draw it up in those syringes, and they have a cap, and then just put them syringes in the refrigerator. And I keep them on hand. I just ran out, or I'd show y'all what I'm talking about. But then you can take that out and make recipes with it, or you can just leave it at room temperature so that it'll push out of the syringe and fill, I fill 1 gram capsules. And if you've got good strong butter, 2-3 capsules is all you need. But this is running kind of long, I guess. We could hang out another minute. I don't want it to be too long. People don't see the end. man. Well, I guess that's it, man. We'll catch y'all next time. This Stone was Stoner. Call me what you want, don't call me for front. I hope that y'all at least watch enough to learn how to make the butter. Because I'm going to get the video up very soon. But we'll catch y'all next time.